going? This is our first car vlog heading to the new job. And I'm a tad late because of it. So I'm gonna drive a little quick. Excuse me. There we go. It's very rare that I make it to the end of the road with no traffic and I just pull straight out. Finally finished transferring all of the footage and pictures from our shit laptop over to my computer so I can start working on them. Because, good lord, ended up being 95 gig total. 94.7, so 95 gig. And at first, I was trying to upload to things like Mega and Google Drive, and then use Mega Sync and Google Drive Sync to sync them over to my big computer. Mega has a super tiny, like 10 gig syncing bandwidth, which is not gonna work. Google Drive, for whatever reason, wouldn't let me download them from my computer. It kept saying failure prohibited? Something like that. I was like, what? What? So, my original plan was to hook them up with the Ethernet cable and set up a brand new access point on the laptop, have my computer connect to that, and then just transfer at 100 megabits a second over Ethernet. Unfortunately, I don't have a crossover Ethernet cable. I have a point-to-point, I think it's called, something like that. So that didn't work, which is why I went to using MegaSync and all that, because it would have been faster than what I actually did, which was make all the files on my laptop discoverable, and then turn on file sharing on the big computer, and then go see, or just copy paste the files over the network, which I knew was going to be slow, which is why I didn't want to do it. Ended up sitting right around 3 to 4 megabyte a second, which is I started it before I went to bed, woke up and it had just finished a little bit ago. So it took at least 8.5 hours. But I was transferring a huge bit of data. And now I get the pleasure of sorting through all of that, figuring out what stuff we don't need to keep, and then stitching them all together. And it's a Whistler video, so those pretty popular park that'll probably get a fair bit of views, which is why I'm gonna have to actually do well on it. Pay attention to the editing, at least on my video. kind of want to clip in some pictures every now and then of the peak-to-peak gondola ride, stuff like that. Unfortunately, I didn't think to grab my GoPro for the gondola ride. Totally should have done that, but I didn't think about it. Because my mom's reactions on that were hilarious. It was good. The best part about that was first getting on the gondola, which just took us to the peak of Whistler, and then going down on the peak-to-peak to the lowest level, and then being at the lowest level and having her look down at the creek below us. She got her phone out to try and do a Facebook Live or whatever thing, and apparently was so afraid that she froze up and couldn't move her hands to turn off her phone. Sounds like attention bullshit to me, but whatever. Still funny as hell. So I've got a bunch of bike videos for the future I've got to get done. Every Friday, we're going to try every Friday at least. Me and a bunch of friends from high school are going to get together and ride Stottlemyre. So I didn't record the first one, I recorded the second one, and we had some bike troubles that were kind of fun. So, me being the bike mechanic, I was fixing a bike every third trail. It was fun. And then I took them up on Derailed the first time and the second time. The second time, they had seen everything on it, so I was like, you guys have ridden over everything. Now why don't you ride the rock drop? Because they watch me, I would always stop before any of the technical and difficult features to let them know what was ahead. So they'd be watching me fly off the rock drop and get like 2 seconds of airtime, and then they'd all ride around it. This time I'm like, so on the right side, right next to that path that you go around, there's actually rocks on the other side of the rock drop, so it's not a drop. And if you go through it or go up to it with a bit of speed and then you get your weight back, you'll just roll over it, and then you can say you've ridden off a rock drop. So first one, my buddy Keith on a Fuji trail bike. It's essentially the equivalent of a Cannondale Habit or a Norco, Norco Fluid. I mean, geometry is different, obviously, suspension components, yeah. But he's coming up to it, and I keep saying, get your weight back, get your weight back, get your weight back. And he just stood up off the bike, didn't get his weight back at all. Didn't go over the bars on his first try. He went over it, and it was kind of And then, second go, he wants to go again, and my buddy Colton, to kind of talk him into doing it again. Dude just flashed his timers at me. And so they get to the top, and Keith's gonna go first. So he's going at it with a little more speed. I keep saying, get your butt back, get your butt back, get your butt back. And then he grabs the brakes. I guess he didn't have his foot situated on the pedal or something. Grabs his brakes and locks them up right before he goes off, and damn near goes over the bars. Damn near goes over the bars. He barely manages to stay on the bike and kind of ride it no-footed down to the bottom until he comes to a stop. And then Colton, he goes to it, Doesn't get his weight back at all. I think he got stuck on his seat, he said. Damn near goes over the bars, basically nose wheelies down it, flips his pedal, tears the sole of his shoe off about halfway. I was kind of laughing, but I guess it's not terribly funny. And then we're riding along, no issues until then, or after that. Except for on the exit of Derailed, it's kind of hard. And the first time I took him out on it, Keith had a little crash on the exit. He did the same thing again this time. And anyone that's ridden Derailed, you're coming down after you do a couple switchbacks at the exit, and it's a right-hand bend that like kind of skates you diagonal off of a slanted piece of land there, and he went way up too high on it, lost all his speed, and started sliding down. Nothing bad. And then continue riding, get to Hole Shot, and we go down it, and I usually hit every jump on Hole Shot. Hit the first two, and there were a bunch of ferns grown over hit the first one, there were a bunch of ferns grown over the second one, the big one. I'm like, fuck. So I skip that, go down, we get to the bottom, and I'm doing my usual go off the log platform drop, hit the doubles, that kind of thing. And I asked, so what do we want to do? I mentioned that the jump was overgrown with ferns. Like, what do we want to do? Want to go up there, fix the jump, and ride Hole Shot again, keep playing around a playground, or head back to the cars? I'm like, well, I guess we should clean it up even if we don't ride it again. It's like, if we clean it up, we can go up there. I am riding it. What the you dumb son of a bitch. I better not see you try and cut in front again. Dumbass. But, so we clean it up. Not missing that light. We cleaned it up, and so I'm like, okay, who wants to ride it again? Because I do. Keith wants to do it again, and he wants to hit the jump. All right, Keith. We go to the top and start heading down, and I hit the first jump, just a tiny little kicker, nothing too big. And then go to the second one, launch the second one, get to the third one, which is a little gap, hit the gap, finish, wait a little bit to see if he was right behind me. When I hear a bunch of laughter coming from up trail a bit, I think, okay, I gotta see what's going on. So I head back up. What the shit? No, that's why. Holy fuck, he's flying. Damn! I was doing 60 and he launched past. But some dumbass didn't get out of his way. None of these dumbasses are getting out of his way. It's like, dude, fucking move. Bro. So he either has a car that was speeding he's trying to catch up to, or there's an emergency call somewhere he's trying to make it to it. If it's the former, then I can assume cops are out today. If it's the latter, this way is probably cleared of cops. Back to what I was saying though. So I start walking up Hole Shot, get around, and I see Keith in the bushes right next to, or right after the jump. I'm like, what the hell happened? And he says he slipped a pedal before he got around the corner right at the top, before getting that to that jump, and hadn't got himself resituated by the time he hit the jump. So he went off of it, basically one-footed. Doesn't have the skill to land one-footed. Landed and just fell over into the bushes. He was fine, didn't get hurt at all. So we were all happy, having a laugh. Awesome. Well, we head down back to the cars after that, and I do my usual, come off on the road before I get to, or the fire road before I get to the actual Stottlemyre Road, and instead of just riding around the gate, I ride up on the wall, or up on the bank, off all the roots and make it a little jump. Hit that thing at full speed. All of them behind me are like, whoa! Stop for the road, look, and then go. And there's another little wall ride you can do a little bit down Stottlemyre before you get to the parking lot. Up on that thing like 4 feet, come back down, and then do my usual bunny hopping on and off the road just because. It was fun. Subway, I felt great when I'd get days off. Here at the shop, it's like, no, I'm making so much money. Just let me stay. And I've been doing yard work or mountain biking, basically exhausting myself the past couple days. So I'm still really tired, even though I had a week off of work. And even though I had a week off of work, I went in 3 times during my week off. And one of those times helped a customer. Yeah, there is no days off. Not when you have a job you enjoy. Go to the shop just to shoot the shit or to get something because I actually have to go there. And you know what? We're getting over. I'm keeping pace with this car pretty well, with this van. And I'm making good time, albeit at working time. No worries. Had a little bit of after morning luck apparently. Usually I hit every goddamn red light. Today I didn't do too bad. Of course, as I move over, everyone slows down because they're all moving over. Seems like it just split up the video. Shouldn't do that. Really shouldn't. I don't know why it did. So I'll have to clip these together, no worries. Huh. Actually makes me really curious as to why it did that. Oh, okay. It wasn't anyone. Oh. Now you'll see how bad I need new wipers, but refuse to get them because it's summer. I guess I should get them now because they're cheaper. honestly, I think these ones were just contaminated, which is the reason why they're not actually scrubbing anything off. There must be like a pine needle under or something like that. Because they're still pushing a little bit of water away. It's kind of like half effective. So you guys don't even know where I work yet. You'll see. You'll see. I do have a much longer commute than previously, where it was 5 minutes to get to work. It's now half hour to 45 minutes. But I make more money, so even with the commute, I'm still making more money at the new job. I make more money an hour and work like double the hours, so it comes out all right. Still not making as much as I would at the shipyard, because I will be working OT almost every opportunity I get, because I need the money. Why did that guy just turn van that I just passed turns its high beams on? Why? It's not dark outside. Middle of the frickin' morning. Golly. Well, that cop doing like 100 miles an hour is really the only thing that was interesting today. Usually I'll see some people like try and fucking kill themselves. Not actually, but they'll cut in front of semis or something stupid like that. Which, I mean, if you're gonna cut in front of a fucking semi, just drive your car off a bridge. It'll get the same job done. This way, it'll just take out you and not 3 other people on the road. Well, if people are going the way I'm going, it's safe to assume they haven't started the construction yet. Like a frickin' F1 driver, you see that? It's such a habit for me to clip the apex and drive like I'm racing. So brake into the turn, release as you enter the turn, apply throttle halfway through the turn, or coast if the turn permits. And I always clip the apex, or at least come close. Sometimes on the super long blind turns, it's like, when the fuck does this end? Damn it. I totally still could have gone. This person's legally supposed to turn into that lane. I'm not in that lane. I could have gone. Totes could have gone. We've arrived. We're here. This is my parking. This is the only part that really sucks about this job. It's not close enough where I can drive my Baja, and Baja would take this parking much better. But I should be getting going to work, so I will see you guys on the way home.